Hey, what's up? What's going on, y'all? I know the other day I had talked about vices, right? And how vices aren't a setback if God knows your heart. And I still think that that's true. But digging a little deeper, I was able to see that our vices, I'm not promoting vices. I'm not saying that it's something um, that I condone. But that's the thing that keeps us close to the cross, like because we go through these things where we get on a good wave, we get on a good path, and then we're like, all right, God, yeah, God is working it out, and then something happens and it's a setback, and it's just like here we are at the cross again, talking about the same thing we just prayed about. And I just feel like that's the thorn in the side, that's what's gonna keep us connected to the cross, and knowing that by God's grace and God's mercy we are here and we are able to live our lives. I just know by personal experience that every time I fall, I find myself crawling back to the cross. Every time I stumble, I find myself crawling back to the cross, crawling back to God's grace, crawling back to God's mercy. And, it took me to change my lens to see that these vices or these stumbles or these falls keep me connected to the cross. A lot of other things do too. Worship, being grateful, being thankful for another day. But because I don't want to be stuck in this cycle forever, I find myself crawling back to the cross with every stumble, with every downfall, with every fall. I find myself in the face of God and God's presence. And it's so important to share that, because we get embarrassed because of our vices. We get embarrassed with telling people the things that we are going through. But what we have to understand is that nobody can do this by themselves. Nobody can do this by themselves. And everybody falls short. God used some most powerful people in the Bible and they fell short. We don't know the extent, but we know that they fell short. It says a lot of things in the Bible, but they were still impactful. We're still modeling ourselves after a lot of the teachings of some people who have fallen hard, but God knew their heart and they stayed connected to the cross. That's powerful. If you don't get anything else from this message, it's that even through your vices, even through your downfalls, stay connected to the cross. Even when you mess up, pray. Even when you backslide, pray. Even when you don't feel like it, worship. It's so important. And I pray that over all your lives. I pray that over my life. I pray that no matter what, that the enemy can't psych me out of my worship and can't psych me out of my praise, because I know that I'm a flawed human. I know I'm flawed. And I just wanted to encourage you guys, keep praying, keep worshiping. Your vices are not your downfalls, they're not your setbacks, because God knows your heart. Stay connected to the cross.